got your last remaining cards for Rise of the Abyss. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So this is it. This is typically what is deemed the pack filler for these types of sets, and I gotta say, this has been a good run of a set. You know, the new Max C and all that the new hand trap. I like what we have seen so far. So, starting things off here is the Titan of Tartarus. Wow, this actually looks really cool. I'm actually really surprised that we're getting a name with this. But okay, this is a level 9 zombie effect monster with 2600 attack and 0 defense. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn. First or second. You know, I hate how they make these cards have such limiting conditions, but that's fine. If this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard, send as many cards you control as possible to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. Then send cards your opponent controls to the graveyard up to the number of your cards sent to the graveyard by this effect. Neither player can activate monster effects in response to this card's activation. Okay, well, this is a free board wipe, actually. I like that a lot. If this card is sent to the graveyard except from the deck, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, send one card from on the field to the graveyard. Well, first of all, I guess facilitating it, if this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard. So I guess the biggest thing with this is just being able to Foolish Burial this, and then, you know, you have to have a full field in order to feed this thing. And that's already a very, very large commitment out here. I just think that this card is neat. Like, I think that's the coolest part about that. Okay. Next up is the Perfect Lander. Oh, boy. It's literally... Huh. Okay. So this is a Beast Flip effect. Okay, 200, 200. Alright, I getting another flip effect monster seems pretty good. You only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So, if this card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, you can special summon it in face down defense mode. Okay, sure. If a monster or monsters is sent from the hand and or deck to the graveyard, while you control this monster that will flip face up, you can target one of them and special summon it in face down defense mode. This is a play on Pet Cat. I'm pretty sure this is a referencing to cats landing on their feet, as it's revolving cat, literally. Yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit here on the cat kind of coming on down here and kind of looking like it's doing a little loop-de-loop spin around. But interesting little card here. Oh, wow, we got a newbie. Of course it has to be newbie. You know, we had Wannabe a long time ago, which was by far some extremely good trap support. I still like that card to this day. But it is kind of nice to see here that we are getting a new bee. So this is going to be a level 2 light insect. 0 attack, 0 defense, no real change in that department. You can only special summon with the first effect of this card's name once per turn, and also you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. So if you control a monster with 0 attack and 0 defense, you can special summon this card from your hand. I mean, hey, I guess, if you have a monster with 0 attack, 0 defense in your grave, man, I wish this worked with a token on the field too. Like, why does it have to... Okay, sure. If this card is special summoned from your hand, you can apply these effects in sequence. Add a light insect monster from your graveyard to your hand, except for newbie. Or you can place a trap card from your graveyard or banishment on the top or bottom of your deck. Yeah, this is literally just a worse support card for the bee archetype. I guess it is cool that you can recur back a light insect from the graveyard. So you could technically get back, you know, Wannabe. That way, you know, newbie here is meant to support that. I did not think that we would get a Wannabe support card out here, but I guess it is kind of cool that, you know, sets later, you're getting this kind of support card. Okay. And then this is our missing, ooh, this is a rank 9. Okay. the Ruby Sapphirus of the Jewel of the Maximum Moes. What a card name. Alright, this is a rank 9 Earth Rock. Exceeds with 2,700 attack, 1,600 defense, with the requirements of this being 2+ level 9s. Okay. Gain these effects based on the attributes among its materials. So, fire. When this card declares an attack on a monster with a higher attack, you can make this card's attack become double until the end of the damage step. Okay. That's pretty interesting. Water. When your opponent, or during your opponent's turn, once per turn during your opponent's turn. Quick effect. Target one card you control. Negate any or effect if your opponent activates this turn that targets that card. This feels like a Felgrand effect here. Okay. And if this card is destroyed, detach one material from it instead. Okay. You know what? As bad as this actually might look, this is a cool card. Shikyo is a play on Supremacy, but replaces the second part of part with steel, i.e. this stuff is really tough, and the Mohs scale is a measurement of toughness in rocks and minerals. Yeah, this is literally just a supercharged rock that is trying to be the toughest out there. That is so cool. And then we have the Token Alliance. You know, we always get at least 1 to 2 really weird cards in these sets. So you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. So we contribute any number of tokens and then target one monster you control with 0 attack. It gains 1,000 attack for each token contributed until the end of this turn. Also, it can make attacks on a monster during this battle phase up to the number of tokens contributed. This just supercharges White Dowston. I find it quite funny here that White Dowston is actually, you can activate Scapegoats, normal summon a White Dowston, and then with this card you can turn that White Dowston into a punching machine. I really wish we had this card back in the day when I was playing the Jam Breeding Machine deck. This would have been really cool. At the end of your opponent's battle phase, special summon Alliance tokens up to the number of tokens destroyed during this battle phase. That doesn't say destroyed by card effect, and that does not say destroyed via battle. Specifically, this covers both of those. Alright, that's pretty important to think about here. Alright, once you have 4 tokens on the field, or maybe even 5 tokens, each battle phase, you'll be recurring those tokens as infinite chum block walls. This also kind of feels like Yugi's Karibo cards. So you know how in the anime with the whole multiply my Karibo wall, the meme that you always see come out of that, well, this kind of feels like they're creating that scenario, which is actually really cool. And then number 80, which is always a meme card, but I think that this looks pretty interesting. This is called Slapdash Summer Schoolwork Success. Okay, you activate this card by placing 5 success counters on it. If a monster or monsters is special summoned from the extra deck and or a card is sent from the deck to the graveyard by a spell or trap card, remove 1 success counter from this card. Then, if there are no success counters on it, destroy it, and if you do, gain 4,000 life points, and then set 1 Schoolwork Success trap from your deck or graveyard. If you have 1 or less cards in your deck, you win the duel. What in the world is this card? This is a new win condition, which is, I think, super hilarious to think about out here. Alright, imagine that you turbo through your deck to the point that you're able to do this, to set, you have to, the craziest part about this is you have to compress your deck down to the point that you are setting one of these from the deck with 2 cards in deck. Alright, like you have to be so precise about this set win con Like, this is actually kind of crazy to think about out here in terms of the compression and what you would have to do in order to get this down to that precise point. This card is both fireworks celebration, but also critically referencing summer homework as Japan loads students with schoolwork to complete through August. Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy. I like this. So what do you guys think about these goodies? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back later today, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.